Hi, I'm Bowen Yang, and I'm on the set of my shoot for People's Sexiest Man Alive issue.
What?
Yeah, I don't get it either.
Well, everyone's talking about me. No one's talking about the water. What did the autopsy say? They iceberged it? No, they drowned, bitch. That's not me. That's water.
Comedian Bowen Yang joined the cast of Saturday Night Live in 2019 and earlier this year earned his first Emmy nomination as an actor for his hilarious work on the hit show.
This is my time. I'm having my moment. Just so I can plan, when does this air?
Oh, it's live.
It's live! And remember, Daddy's got it.
Being on SNL has changed my life in every way imaginable. Yeah, there's not like a part of my life that hasn't been like affected by it, which is sort of beautiful and scary at the same time. It's beautiful. It's not that scary. Sorry, Lauren. It's great.
Why are people still talking about this? Okay, they bumped into me. I said, oh, I'm sorry, which is insane. But whatever.
The only moment where I've walked around and thought, oh, everything's different for me now was like the week after I did the iceberg that sank the Titanic on Weekend Update.
But it's like, hey, White Star Line, you built a bad boat. It didn't work out. That's on you, honey. Now, can we please talk about my album?
I was like, wait, I'm getting weird texts and emails from people. And not weird, they were just like very nice emails, but like, Will Ferrell emailed me and he was like, I loved that, I want to see that every week. And I was like, oh, something's going on here. Like, if it gets like his stamp of approval.
Live from New York, it's Saturday night!
SNL has been a cultural institution since 1975, and the infamous Afterparties have become almost as legendary as the show itself. While Bowen has only been performing at Studio 8H for a few years, he's already figuring out how to be the sexiest man at the party and the morning after.
The after parties in general at SNL are wonderful, and they kind of span the full spectrum of human emotion, where either you're so triumphantly celebrating your sketch getting on or something happening where it was like, you won, you like got through the week and you did it, or you are fully crestfallen in the dark place, the sunken place from Get Out, and you are just in full despair mode. And that's kind of beautiful, that there's space for all of that to coexist without one dominating the other. And it's still important to be there with your coworkers in a way, to like download the day, download the week, figure out if things were good or bad or what like you can work on for next time. Like, it's this beautiful social space for people to be like, wait, we have each other, right? Great. When I started working there, the after parties would be like, oh, everyone goes to a steakhouse in Midtown and sits at a table and sips on like one martini and then leaves. But you would have to go to the after party with like a password. And I'm really spilling a lot of secrets. Is that okay? Yeah. I mean, some of my happiest moments have been at the SNL after party where RuPaul hosted and all of the season 12 girls came and the DJ just played like house music from the 90s, and then like everyone got up on tables and danced, and it was Cecily's birthday. It was just one of the best nights, and I feel like that's the opportunity, that's the potential that the SNL after party usually has. What's my usual vibe at the SNL after parties? Am I dancing? Yeah, not well, but I'm dancing. I let the music move through me, and everyone's just kind of it's a moment of release. Like, you're in such a clenched state at work because you're thinking, you're writing, you're having to like make jokes through a wig and prosthetics. Like, there's just a lot of stimulus at that job.
I don't need that negativity in my life. Let's ride!
Where by the end, you just want something to diffuse all of that. And I think my mode of expression in terms of like releasing at the after party is just throwing a couple drinks back and yeah, dancing. My go-to cocktail or mocktail, I would order a Shirley Temple at Chili's when I was in like middle school, which it's crazy that I was ever in the closet. But that was my mocktail. I don't know if that counts. Now I like a nice gin martini, dirty, blue cheese olive. I drink a bourbon when I went to Kim Kardashian's like secret after party. And I turned around and Khloe Kardashian looked me in the eyes and said, "What are you drinking? Bourbon? That's so sad. Drink champs with me." And I was like, "Yeah, whatever you say, Khloe Kardashian. I will drink anything you want me to drink." And then I had a nice glass of champagne with her. So runs the gamut. What the best after parties have had in common is a place that has pigs in a blanket and that has like a Hibiki Japanese whiskey, Suntory whiskey, and Ego Wodum, my castmate. Those are the three things you need to make an after party good. What is the best cure for a hangover? Any episode of 90 Day Fiancé before the 90 days, because it's so jarring that it literally is sobering in a way that is like, the headache you get from watching that show in a normal state cancels out the headache you have in a hangover, and you just feel better about where you're at in life. This is not to knock anyone on 90 Day Fiancé, it's just, there's just so much going on that you have to like transcend the chaos that you're witnessing, and then you kind of come out the other side fully baptized in your own reality again. I used to be the person who couldn't get out of bed with a hangover, and now I think it's just an adrenaline thing, like chemically in your body from working at SNL. Like some people fully shut down on Sunday, and that's great, and I am so jealous of them. But I get like 4 hours of sleep, I get up, and then I don't know, drop off laundry, I like go to the park, I read a book that I'm not taking in whatsoever. I'm not like sort of internalizing in any meaningful way. Yeah, I'll like go say hi to a friend who lives in the neighborhood. It's twisted, it's messed up. I shouldn't, like I don't like this person that I am on Sundays. I'm like, I don't want to be productive. Who cares? What kind of foods do I typically gravitate and indulge on the morning after? The kinds of food I typically gravitate towards on a Sunday after a show, it will be bacon, egg, and cheese from some cute little bagel shop in Brooklyn. Lately, I've been doing fried dumplings, and my dumpling journey is so interesting because my mom would make them all the time when I was growing up. And then by the time I was like 10, I was like, I hate these. I never want to eat a dumpling ever again in my life. And now I've really sort of had this prodigal son moment where I've like really obsessed over dumplings again. I told you this was going to be interesting. And is it not so interesting that I like dumplings again? Oh my God, my wellness and diet and exercise on any given week looks thinly applied. Like I'll do one green juice on Thursday because it feels like, okay, why not? And then I'll chain smoke 3 cigarettes on Tuesday when I'm writing to like kill time. Does that count as wellness? And then I'll do like a really ornate bath that is annoying. I'll do like bubble bath from Jessica Alba's company, and then I'll do an onsen powder that's supposed to simulate a Japanese hot spring, and then I gotta play like Frank Ocean or something on the stereo. Like it's too much. It's bath-focused wellness, and I don't think you need to take a bath to like be like good, but I guess I do. What am I most grateful for? I am most grateful that I have a support system both at work and outside of it. I have conduits outside of work and into work, and then I get to still feel that feeling of disbelief that I work at a place like SNL, that I meet the people that I meet, that I get to work with the people that I work with, and I'm grateful to be included in this issue with People at People magazine. I'm just very grateful that despite all of my like escapist fantasy, that I still have so much in reality that I am very happy about. So yeah, it's a very general, broad question, but I like that I still get to be grateful at all. I'm grateful that I'm grateful. Meta. Sorry, Mark Zuckerberg. Yeah, meta.